Hey guys, yeah, we're going to install one of these. GMRS 50 watt in our RV. So we have been using these little handhelds from Baofeng. You know, when you go back there in the woods, no cell phone service, use GMRS. This is okay, very limited though. Just a regular old Nagoya 771 antenna. You might be able to get 4, maybe 5 miles, heavy wooded conditions. So we're going to install, here it is in here. There it is, BTECH 50 watt, small, tiny. Okay, got a lot of cooling fans on the back, or cooling fins there. Not bad. And you get no weather. So what we did here is this. This is what we done. This is the panel. I pulled the panel away and you can see the RV industry, they just kind of just make a mess out of these wires. So we found a heavy duty positive cable right here coming from the battery. And believe it or not, this is a ground. We checked it with the meter, it's all good. If not, we had to run all the way to the battery and that would be a mess. So I kind of put the bracket right here. This is right behind the TV, of course. Bracket right here. And the positive wires and negative wires can go down this hole. Also, the coax cable can go down that hole. So it'll go down this hole around the bend here. And here, right up here, this goes out to the roof. So what my intentions are is to get up there and pull away some of that putty. Stick the coax cable down here, but not, it's just gonna go up in here, follow along here, and come out over here. Well, that's after we mount all this, hook the power up, then we'll have to get up on the roof. So right now, with the weather conditions like they are, the sky is trying to break some. But they do have storms in the forecast, so we're just gonna go ahead and do the inside part. And let's see how it looks. All right, guys. Now, this stuff I don't really like to do, but there you go. Really don't like to use these, but that's my only choice is using these. These are the 2 wires going to a GMRS. They both have fuses on both sides. It comes through the hole. Of course, there's a long wire. You see how long this wire is. It ain't enough to go all the way up front. So what we'll end up doing is rolling some of this up. But we're fitting to check it, make sure that it is positive and negative. With the meter before we hook it to the radio, I did mount the bracket. Good mount. Oh, and the TV. Let me see if I can do this one-handed here. Okay, TV will clear. So that radio is sitting right there underneath the TV. That's gonna be awesome. So, like I said, that radio does pick up no weather. And when you're out and about, you can just switch over here. So let's finish it up. All right, we get to see what the meter says here. What we got here, we just want to check it before we hook any electronics up to this thing. Make sure everything is all good to go here. So we want to make sure we don't short out anything. Because I tell you what, the way they wire these RVs, you don't ever know. So we just want to make sure. There we go. We got the little pins in there. We can hold it in there, we'll be all right. Trying to do this one-handed too. There we go, I think we got it. Just enough to check it. Oh yeah, look at that. You see it? 14.2 volts. Right on the money. All right, let's finish hooking it up. All right, moment of truth. We're gonna leave this much wire out. We're gonna leave this connector out in case we ever have to take it out for some reason. We don't have to get down in here to find it. We'll just leave this as a quick disconnect. We don't have it mounted yet. We still got to run the antenna cable. So pretty much it's gonna be looking like, yeah, looking like that. Not bad. So we're just gonna lay here. Let's see if the thing turns on. Oh, there we go. and it goes to scan automatically. So there's no antenna hooked up, so it's working. So we got that accomplished. We can close this back out. Okay, says goodbye. All right, so, and kind of made mine halfway neat. Put them in there like that. Like I said, I got dual fuses, one on positive, one on negative side. That's great. And we just kind of tapped into the wire. It's the biggest wire going to the slide out. And that's a ground. We just tapped into that. So it made it a little easier. But it's a mess anyway. I mean, they just kind of throw the wires in there. I didn't even know there was a fuse back here. Now I know. So if something happens, I need to look back here for the fuse also. They put these fuses, they hide these fuses back in here, I guess, so you would have to take it to the dealership, and that's probably all they do is say, whoop, yeah, had a blown fuse, $200. So anyway, I'm glad I pulled it out. It's all my fuse there. So we're gonna leave this panel out for right now. We're gonna leave this panel all out because we still got to run the coax cable. Once we run the coax cable, got a place here to hang your mic. So maybe here when the sun comes out, looks like it's coming out now, we can get up and put our antenna on the roof. All right, guys, we're up on the roof. It's all the panels, all that good stuff. We got my antenna here. It's on this pie plate. Pretty nice, huh? Acts as a ground plane. So you can see I had it on the porch, a little dirty. Yeah, it'll be fine though. So what I did is I filled all this up with Dicor. So we're gonna stick it to the roof, and this is of course magnetically on this pie plate. So we're gonna stick it right on top of this Dicor. We're gonna squeeze it down real good, rub it around a little bit. Make sure it gets down on there real good. Okay, so you can see it kind of oozing out a little bit at the bottom. That's good. We're gonna kind of twist it just a little bit, and we're gonna let it sit right there. So as this Dicor dries, that Dicor is tough to get up, especially as much as I put on there. So, and this is magnetically stuck to this, and it's stuck pretty good too. So of course it'll flex. It's not that tall, so if it does hit something, you know, it'll bend. The air conditioner's right there. So I'm about the height of an air conditioner, so it's not bad at all. So anyway, the coax cable, I'm gonna peel some of this back, and we're gonna sit it down between the pipe and the roof. Slide it down, and it goes down that compartment down where we was working. So anyway, I think we'll be all right. So let's see how we go. All right, guys, we're gonna try to check these SWRs. We'll try to do it one-handed. We're on 62562 channel 1 GMRS. If you can see that back there or not. 1.5. Okay, 1.5 on channel 1. It's acceptable. So let's go on up here. Channel 16. See what we got here. 1.7. A little bit high, I think. We can probably work it down. Let's go up to channel 20. That's 462, 175. Trying to hold the mic under just one hand. 1.7. We might be able to work on this a little bit, I think. All right, let's go up here to channel 30. It's in acceptable range, but we can get it better than that. 1.1. Okay, well. All right, let's see what we can do. All right, guys, I've been working on this for a little bit. We got it pretty much in acceptable range here. 1.5. That's good. Middle of the band. Yeah, it's a little aggravating getting them down this camper. We'll go down to channel 1, which is real low in the band. 1.1. So it looks like we're gonna leave it right there. So what we gotta do now, next, is, of course, I got the coax here running. It's gotta come through the roof here, but we just kind of did this to kind of tune on a little bit, make sure everything was good. So that's about as best we're gonna get with SWRs, that's standard wavelengths. It also tells you how much transmission is going out And on this one, let's see, let me get back up here. We talk on channel 16. 16, let's see what we got here. 95% of your signal going out, that's good. That's well within acceptable range. All right, if the weather holds up, looks like we're fixing to get some rain, so we're gonna see if we can work this cable down. All right, guys, the weather finally let up a little bit, so what we did here, we ran it down inside the pipe. We was gonna try to put it right here, but we didn't want to risk it. We have to take all this off, all this putty off. So this cap actually pops up. It had die-cord down this hole. I thought there was a screw in there, but after reading in the instructions, it says pull to remove. It's actually snapped down. So we unsnapped it, fed our cable down in there. We drilled a hole inside the pipe down there for the cable to come through. So now we get to go down and seal the hole up so we don't get no odor in the camper. And we'll be on our way to finishing this little project up. All right, guys, we're down here. Here's the hole we drilled right here. This is a vent pipe. This is all the cable that came through. We got a whole mess of it. So we're gonna seal this hole up real good. We don't want no odor coming in here. We want it to go right on out to the roof. So this was the easiest way of doing it. You could have ran it down through here, pulled all that putty off, chanced it. It's like, nah, we just drill a hole in here, make it come down through. It's easy, quick. The only thing we got to do is seal this hole. We'll run our coax back up through here. Of course, it'll come out in this mess over here and back over to the radio. And we did pull the stereo out. Look behind there. You can see it's wide open. That's that pipe back in the back. So we're gonna wrap this up here in a minute. So we're gonna seal this hole up. All right, guys, we got it back together. Stereo's back in the hole. Radio, look at that. You couldn't ask for nothing better than that. Perfect. Look. Woo-wee, that's close. All this is put back. Change the mic holder over here. Perfect, it's running now. I was talking to some guy here locally here a little bit ago. Got the connector where you can get to it back there. Everything's looking good, guys. I appreciate you watching. Like I said, GMRS radio, 50 watt. It does have the NOAA band on there. It's good. Like I said, we have been running the these walkie-talkies here, Baofeng. It's the 5G Plus. It's pretty nice, but you're kind of limited. I'm trying to do this one hand here. Kind of limited to your distance, and you know, you're trying to talk inside an RV, so you're not going to get the distance and stuff on them. So now, if somebody's in the RV, need to get in touch with somebody that's outside. Here we go. Antennas on the roof, like what we showed you. So, man, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment. We'll try to respond back to everybody that leaves us a comment. And if you'd like to see something else like this, let us know.
WSBZ
Oh, here we go.
346. How about it, Matt?
Here we go. We got somebody on there. All right. Have a good one.